We're going to collect the seeds from some sunflowers today. I've got some sunflower heads right here, and they're already dry. The seeds are ready to collect. I'm also going to be making some seed bombs, and all that means for me is that I'm gonna cut off the seed heads of some of these, and I'm going to just throw them into the garden where I want more sunflowers next year. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a lot of these sunflower heads with you guys, and we're going to collect seeds and do some food forest seed bombing. Let's do it. Here we are. I have my supplies. We're gonna just need any kind of bowl. I like a wide open bowl so it's just easier to kind of throw them in there, and then you can transfer it into any kind of container that you want later. And I am going to use just one glove so that I can also still focus my camera. And I'm going to use these KitchenAid scissors. These are just your average run-of-the-mill scissors that you can get almost anywhere. This is a culinary scissor, so it's like a kitchen knife. So it's sharper than regular scissors. And this is all I need for the sunflowers. And maybe you would need real pruners, like the kind that you squeeze. Yeah, you can tell I know all the technical names, huh? So yeah, you can use any kind of pruners that you want, but I like to use whatever's easiest that gets the job done. So I'm gonna use these. And yeah, so let's put on one glove, and the reason why I need a glove is because sunflowers are very scratchy. I will end up with scratches all over my hands, and then they're also itchy. So yay. Let's go ahead, and I'm gonna be trying to touch the sunflowers with this and cut with this hand. Let's go. Okay, we can start right here. We've got a bunch of sunflowers and so many seed heads already. The birds love it. They will just take the seeds right from there. But I'm going to go ahead and cut some off. I'm going to take maybe half of them and keep the seeds for next year. These are the common sunflower, and that's also the common name, but yeah, it's called the common sunflower. And it is the variety that is native to Texas. There's a couple of sunflowers native to Texas, including the Maximilian sunflower, which is a perennial, and this one, the common sunflower, that is an annual, but it readily reseeds, which means that the seeds fall everywhere, from the birds, from just falling out, and they will come back next year. So pretty much all of the sunflowers that you see in this garden were self-seeded, because I've been putting down sunflower seeds most every year. And I did get these seeds also from Native American Seed Company, and they sell only native Texas seeds, and they're also grown here in Texas. So that is where I got a lot of my seeds. I found out that the Ladybird Wildflower Center down south gets all of their seeds from them. They also sell those seeds in their gift shop if you are local, but you can get the Native American seeds online and have them shipped to your house as well. And soon, because I am starting a seed company, I will be also selling these seeds, but I am not ready for that yet. Go ahead and get them from Native American Seed Company if you're ready to plant. It seems counterintuitive, but you actually plant wildflowers here in August, okay? Late August. So we're gonna be doing that soon. So get your wildflower seeds ordered. Here we go. Since I only have two hands, I'm gonna set this down. And I'm looking for the ones that are ready, so they're dried. There are also still fresh heads on there, and there are ones that still haven't opened, so I'm going to avoid those. Woo! Did you see that? I dropped it in there and all of those seeds already fell out. So yeah, a lot of these are just kind of going to drop everywhere. And another thing I do is in the spring, when these start to grow, if I don't like where they are, I just pull them out. So it's just kind of like thinning. And then also, if I wanted to, you can take the plant out carefully and move it to somewhere else that you want it. And I've done that many times too. So we can do some transplanting wildflowers later, but right now we're just concentrating on these wildflower seeds, the common sunflower. So I guess I am going to hold the bowl. That way all the seeds don't fall just directly on the ground, which is normally fine with me, but we're trying to collect seeds too. And a lot of them have actually already fallen as well. And I'm just gonna go a little bit faster or I'll never get done. I'm gonna start by just putting them all in my bowl, and then we're gonna throw some seed bombs. So stay tuned to the end if you wanna see that. Okay. And just even moving this sunflower, so many of the seeds are just falling because they are ready. I have no doubt there'll be plenty of sunflowers in this area next year without me having to do anything. So when I do the seed bombs, I think I'm going to concentrate on throwing them into areas that don't have a lot of sunflowers already, places that I want them. On here, most of them are still fresh. Let's find some. You can see so many seeds already just falling out. Yeah, so these are also easy to take out of the seed pods. You basically just shake them, and if they're ready, they should just fall out. Okay, there's a lot more on this one. And these seeds are smaller than most sunflower seeds you see. They're great for birds, but they're not the kind of sunflower seeds that you would eat. I'm not sure if humans eat them. I actually need to look that up. If you know, please leave that in the comments. So these are going to be much smaller, and they make a ton of flowers, but the flowers are also smaller than what you would typically see. I also love cutting them and making bouquets. It's fun to bring the flowers indoors, especially when you have to spend most of the day indoors because it's too hot. Okay, some of those are up high. I would need my step ladder. So let's go over to these. Bunch over here. All right. Yeah, once my bowl is full, I guess we'll be done. Yeah, so sunflowers are native to North America. And like I've said in other videos, if a plant is native to your area, like how some of the sunflowers are native to ours, then sunflowers in general will do well here. So you can get other varieties. This one is amazing for wildlife because the ones that were actually from here, they're going to be the ones that evolved with the animals, and they're just more nutritious and the animals like them better. But yeah, the insects and birds and bees and everything love all kinds of sunflowers. So don't be afraid to try all the different varieties that you want. These so reliably come back every year. I've tried probably dozens of different varieties of sunflowers at this time, but they don't all come back. I've got only a few varieties coming back all the time, and this is one of them. So if you like the idea of not having to replant every year and not having to buy more seeds every year, you can have endless sunflowers by just planting them one time if you plant a lot. And some of these falling on the ground that are missing my little bowl here, it's just not even worth my time. I don't care, so I'm gonna just let them fall on the ground. You gotta have your priorities. So, and a lot of these seeds will be eaten by the birds. They don't mind if they're on the plant up here or on the ground. And they usually come out when I'm not here. I can see them through the window, and they just love hanging out in the trees. And then especially the bigger birds like the pigeons. We have a pigeon here, a native called the mourning dove. And they like to kind of roost around on the ground. And they also take care of a lot of insects while they're here. They're working for me and I'm working for them, and it's just symbiotic. All right, this is getting full. I've got a few that are a little too green. I'll get rid of those later. Okay. Whew. As you can see, these leaves have been just super attacked by insects lately. And so I'm going to be doing another video soon where I am working on saving these sunflower plants before they get killed also by some of these insects that, gosh, they're just so prolific. I've got to control them. They've only gotten so bad because I just haven't had time. I could have taken care of it earlier and had less of a problem, but you know, better late than never. I'm already losing some sunflowers that I have to chop down the entire plant. So if I don't, I will lose the sunflowers. So anyway, first we're taking some of these seeds, and then one of my next videos is going to be taking care of some of these pest problems in the natural garden without any chemicals. All right. Okay, a little bit more over here. And I'm going to just be done soon because this is taking a long time. Okay. All right. Yeah, so if you don't have sunflowers yet, get your seeds. You can plant them in the fall. Sunflowers grow here in the spring and the fall. All right, that's all I'm gonna do so far. And let's start bombing. All right, so I've got all these seeds. I'm gonna save about half of them. And I just put them in glass jars. You can put them in most any kind of airtight container, but make sure they're 100% dry. And some people keep their seeds in a freezer or refrigerator as well. You want to make sure they don't get humid in there. But that is, you know, one way to make them last longer. I don't even bother doing that. I keep them in a cardboard box or some kind of container in a dry storage area, and they're good for a long time. So here we go. Bomb number 1. Now there's a lot of ways to make seed bombs, and you can see recipes and all kinds of stuff. This is just, I don't need to put clay or anything to make them stay because I'm just throwing them in my own yard and I don't really care if they fall apart. So this is the easiest way to do a seed bomb. Here you go. Just grow them. Okay. Where do I need more sunflowers? Oh, I need more over here. This gorgeous one fell over during the rainstorms, and I just let it lay down there because it's still making these gorgeous flowers, so why not? And it's helping protect the soil by covering it. I definitely want more sunflowers there, though. Not enough. Here we go. Okay, over here, let's get a few more. It's great to have shade in these areas that I grow my mixed vegetables. This area needs a lot more. I'm gonna put a ton over here. And when the birds come and get some of them, they will also kind of scatter them around for me. Isn't that nice? All right, I'm gonna save these ones for seeds. I got a ton. I got already way more than I need. That's why I need to start a seed company so I can share them with you guys. And whatever you're growing, the seeds that you grow in your backyard are getting more adapted for your climate each and every year. So, we can buy these seeds from where we can get them from, but then adapt them to our area, and they would become locally adapted seeds that you can share with your friends and family, or start your own seed company. All right. That was fun, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the seed bombs and seed saving. We're going to be doing a lot more seed saving soon because it's seed saving season. See you on the next one.